Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The taste experience when common salt is taken into the mouth. Negotiations between the United States and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics opened in 1969 in Helsinki, designed to limit both countries' stock of nuclear weapons. White crystalline form of especially sodium chloride used to season and preserve food. A compound formed by replacing hydrogen in an acid by a metal, or a radical that acts like a metal. Add salt to. Add zest or liveliness to. She salts her lectures with jokes. Of speech, painful or bitter. Salt scorn. Preserve with salt. People used to salt meats on ships. Sprinkle as if with salt. The rebels had salted the fields with mines and traps. The taste experience when common salt is taken into the mouth. The relative proportion of salt in a solution. Language or humor that is down to earth. The saltiness of their language was inappropriate. The taste experience when common salt is taken into the mouth. The property of containing salt, as a compound or in solution. Negotiations between the United States and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics opened in 1969 in Helsinki, designed to limit both countries' stock of nuclear weapons. A white crystalline solid consisting mainly of sodium chloride, sodium chloride. White crystalline form of especially sodium chloride used to season and preserve food. White crystalline form of especially sodium chloride used to season and preserve food. Of something seen or heard, clearly defined. A sharp photographic image. Marked by practical hard-headed intelligence. Changing suddenly in direction and degree. The road twists sharply after the light. Extremely steep. A sharp drop. Having or emitting a high-pitched and sharp tone or tones. Having or demonstrating ability to recognize or draw fine distinctions. As sharp and incisive as the stroke of a fang. Harsh. Sharp criticism. Ending in a sharp point. A long thin sewing needle with a sharp point. A musical notation indicating 1/2 step higher than the note named. Having or made by a thin edge or sharp point, suitable for cutting or piercing. A sharp knife. Keenly and painfully felt, as if caused by a sharp edge or point. A sharp pain. Of a musical note, raised in pitch by one chromatic semitone. C sharp. Quick and forceful. A sharp blow. Very sudden and in great amount or degree. A sharp drop in the stock market. The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. A strong liking. The faculty of distinguishing sweet, sour, bitter, and salty properties in the mouth. His cold deprived him of his sense of taste. A small amount eaten or drunk. Take a taste, you'll like it. Take a sample of. The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. The candy left him with a bad taste. Delicate discrimination, especially of aesthetic values. Arrogance and lack of taste contributed to his rapid success. Have a distinctive or characteristic taste. This tastes of nutmeg. Have flavor. Taste of something. A kind of sensing. Distinguishing substances by means of the taste buds. A brief experience of something. He got a taste of life on the wild side. Distinguish flavors. We tasted wines last night. Experience briefly. The ex-slave tasted freedom shortly before she died. Perceive by the sense of taste. Can you taste the garlic? The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. The sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. A cook who uses seasonings. The cook is a light seasoner. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. The act of adding a seasoning to food. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Chemistry. A substance formed by chemical union of two or more elements or ingredients in definite proportion by weight. Make more intense, stronger, or more marked. Put or add together. Combine so as to form a whole. Mix. Compound the ingredients. Chemistry. A substance formed by chemical union of two or more elements or ingredients in definite proportion by weight. Composed of many distinct individuals united to form a whole or colony. An enclosure of residences and other building, especially in the Orient. A whole formed by a union of two or more elements or parts. Calculate principal and interest. Composed of more than one part. Compound leaves are composed of several lobes. Consisting of two or more substances or ingredients or elements or parts. Soap is a compound substance. Create by mixing or combining. One of the natural periods into which the year is divided by the equinoxes and solstices or atmospheric conditions. The regular sequence of the seasons. Make more temperate, acceptable, or suitable by adding something else. Lend flavor to. Make fit. This trip will season even the hardiest traveler. A period of the year marked by special events or activities in some field. He celebrated his 10th season with the ballet company. A recurrent time marked by major holidays. It was the Christmas season. Physics, the 6 kinds of quarks. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. Lend flavor to. Physics, the 6 kinds of quarks. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. Lend flavor to. Make more interesting or flavorful. Add herbs or spices to. The property of being seasoned with spice and so highly flavored. Any of a variety of pungent aromatic vegetable substances used for flavoring food. Aromatic substances of vegetable origin used as a preservative. Make more interesting or flavorful. Add herbs or spices to. Maintain in safety from injury, harm, or danger. Fruit preserved by cooking with sugar. Keep in safety and protect from harm, decay, loss, or destruction. We preserve these archaeological findings. Keep or maintain in unaltered condition. Cause to remain or last. Preserve the peace in the family. Prevent food from rotting. Preserved meats. To keep up and reserve for personal or special use. A domain that seems to be specially reserved for someone. Medicine is no longer a male preserve. A reservation where animals are protected. Keep undisturbed for personal or private use for hunting, shooting, or fishing. Preserve the forest and the lakes. The main tower within the walls of a medieval castle or fortress. Maintain by writing regular records. Keep a diary. Conform one's action or practice to. Keep appointments. Continue a certain state, condition, or activity. Maintain in safety from injury, harm, or danger. May God keep you. The financial means whereby one lives. Each child was expected to pay for their keep. Behave as expected during of holidays or rites. Prevent the action or expression of. Keep your cool. Stop someone or something from doing something or being in a certain state. Retain possession of. Can I keep my old stuffed animals? Supply with necessities and support. There's little to earn and many to keep. Stick to correctly or closely. Keep count. Retain rights to. Keep my job for me while I give birth. Fail to spoil or rot. These potatoes keep for a long time. A cell in a jail or prison. Prevent food from rotting. Keep potatoes fresh. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity. E.g., keep clean. The students keep me on my toes. Maintain for use and service. I keep a car in the countryside. Allow to remain in a place or position or maintain a property or feature. The family's fortune waned and they could not keep their household staff. Have as a supply. I always keep batteries in the freezer. Hold and prevent from leaving. Look after. Be the keeper of. Have charge of. He keeps the shop when I am gone. Raise. She keeps a few chickens in the yard. Store or keep customarily. Where do you keep your gardening tools? Supply with room and board. He is keeping 3 women in the guest cottage. The act of scattering water about haphazardly. Walk through mud or mire. The sound like water splashing. Make a splashing sound. Water was splashing on the floor. Cause, a liquid, to spatter about, especially with force. She splashed the water around her. The act of splashing a liquid substance on a surface. A small quantity of something moist or liquid. Just a splash of whiskey. Dash a liquid upon or against. The mother splashed the baby's face with water. A prominent or sensational but short-lived news event. He made a great splash and then disappeared. A patch of bright color. Her red hat gave her outfit a splash of color. Mark or overlay with patches of contrasting color or texture, caused to appear splashed or spattered. The mountain was splashed with snow. Soil or stain with a splashed liquid. Strike and dash about in a liquid. The boy splashed around in the pool. Walk through mud or mire. We had to splosh across the wet meadow. Make a splashing sound. Cause, a liquid, to spatter about, especially with force. Dash a liquid upon or against. A light shower that falls in some locations and not others nearby. Rain gently. It has only sprinkled, but the roads are slick. Cause, a liquid, to spatter about, especially with force. The act of sprinkling or splashing water. Scatter with liquid, wet lightly. Distribute loosely. Any of various water-soluble compounds capable of turning litmus blue and reacting with an acid to form a salt and water. A mixture of soluble salts found in arid soils and some bodies of water, detrimental to agriculture.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.